Have you ever thought about what makes a nation truly thrive? Is it the land, the resources, or something more? Today we'll explore the essential role of human resources and how they shape our world. Human resources are the most vital asset of a nation. Healthy, educated individuals transform assets into economic progress. Now, let's dive deeper into the characteristics of human resources. Healthy, educated, and motivated people create resources based on their needs. They differ in age, education, gender, and skills. Also, human resources evolve constantly with societal changes. Next, we look at the distribution of the population. Population distribution refers to how people are spread across the Earth's surface. Over 90% of the global population lives on about 30% of the land. This distribution is uneven across regions. For example, Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra are densely populated compared to Arunachal Pradesh in India. Continuing with population density, it refers to the number of people living per square kilometer. The global average is 51 persons per square kilometer, while India's average is 382 persons per square kilometer. The highest density is found in South Central Asia, followed by East and Southeast Asia. Now, let's talk about the factors affecting population distribution, starting with geographical factors. Topography plays a role. Plains like the Ganga Basin are densely populated, unlike mountains. Climate also impacts settlement, as extreme climates like the Sahara Desert and polar regions discourage people from living there. Continuing with geographical factors, soil quality is crucial. Fertile soils, such as those in the Ganga plains, support dense populations. Access to water, especially rivers, promote settlement and agriculture. Additionally, regions rich in minerals attract people, like the diamond mines in South Africa. Now we shift to social, cultural, and economic factors. Social factors such as good housing, education, and healthcare facilities attract populations. Cultural significance draws people to certain areas, while economic factors like job opportunities in industrial regions play a vital role too. Next, let's discuss population change. Population change refers to shifts in numbers due to birth rates, death rates, and migration. Historical trends show that in 1804, the world population reached 1 billion. By 1959, it grew to 3 billion due to falling death rates, and by 1999, it doubled to 6 billion, driven by better healthcare and food supplies. To understand population change, we look at key measurements. The birth rate is the number of live births per 1000 people, while the death rate is the number of deaths per 1000 people. The natural growth rate is the difference between birth and death rates. Migration also affects population size locally and globally. International migration often occurs from less developed to developed countries, such as the USA and Australia. Internal migration typically involves moving from rural to urban areas for better jobs and education, like the movement from villages to Bengaluru for IT jobs in India. As we examine patterns of population change, growth varies across countries. For instance, Kenya experiences high growth due to high birth rates and declining death rates, while the UK shows stable growth with low birth and death rates. Next, we look at population composition, which refers to the structure of a population based on age, gender, literacy, and occupation. Interestingly, economic development isn't directly linked to population density. For example, Bangladesh and Japan are densely populated, but Japan is more developed. Following this, we have the population pyramid, which visually represents a country's population by age and gender. The shape reveals key details, such as a wide base indicating high birth rates and a narrow top reflecting fewer elderly people. Now, let's discuss the categories of dependents. Young dependents are those below 15 years, while elderly dependents are those above 65 years. For instance, Kenya's pyramid has a wide base, showing high birth rates. In India, a growing youth population is a valuable resource for future development. Finally, we look at Japan's population pyramid. It has a narrow base due to low birth rates and a wider top due to longer life expectancy. This results in an aging population, which increases the need for healthcare and social services. In conclusion, human resources and population patterns shape the world we live in. A balanced approach ensures sustainable growth and development. Understanding these factors helps us create a better future for all. We hope that you have understood the topic. You can now study chapter notes, watch video lectures, and solve MCQ tests of this chapter on EduRev to ensure you score well in your school exams. And that's not all. You also get amazing courses for maths, science, English, Hindi, and much more for class 8. Thank you.